What's up, guys? It's John Reeves Live, and today we are watching Ugh. I'm so excited about this. I am hoping I pronounced that right. That's how I would say it. But seriously, I love Rapline. Rapline for me is one of the things, that is what got me into BTS in the first place. And I feel like without listening to a lot of Rapline, I wouldn't have probably even given Vocalist a chance. If we're being honest, I probably wouldn't have given Vocalist a chance. And now that I have, I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I would have said that. But it's the truth, and I just wanted to say that. But seriously, Rapline's what got me into Vocalist, and Vocalist and Rapline together make one of the greatest freaking musical experiences. I know that Ugh is the unofficial Cypher Part 5. I am freaking excited about this. I've literally been waiting to do this reaction since we did the 4 Cyphers way early on in our reacting to BTS. So I'm legit so stoked. My expectations for this song are through the freaking roof. So let's get into it. If you guys haven't yet, please hit that sub button. We're trying to get to 50,000 by the end of the year. And if we get it, we're getting a BTS logo tattoo on us somewhere. Let's freaking do it. 3, 2, 1, boom! Oh God, yes. Anybody else get slight chills whenever you see all 3 of them together and you're just like, this is gonna freaking be awesome. Sugar starting it off. Yes! I was about to make a comment about how fast Suga is, and he is, but RM is just keeping up with him. It's freaking nuts. Both of them are so fast, and then J-Hope's gonna come in. I can't wait, dude. Oh, good line. This is so much heavier than I thought it was going to end up being. This is awesome. And the lyrics, just reading the lyrics. Yes, I'm going back a little bit, but I really enjoy this. This is the type of music that I would be listening to already anyways.
세상 분노가 지배한 분노가 없어 다 무슨 봐 분노하고 또 분노하고 분노하고 그리 미쳐가고 분노한 이유도 다 스마트까지 선의와 악의도 다 매한까지 분노할 믿어만 남의 삶을 비해가 있는 걸 I don't like you can stop 누구의 행동에 누구는 나빠해 누구의 언행에 누구는 난다며 누구의 샬라해 Dude, this is so true. I love this score. The way they're saying Ahem is so freaking cool. I love that. That is I don't know. It's almost insulting. It's pretty awesome. The way that they're saying it's God, it's like an insult almost. I don't know if that's how it's intended as, but man.
Dude, what? That's so freaking catchy. Okay, so for me, that song really just encompasses the feeling of just aggravation of other people. Like sometimes, like, be it haters, just different situations. It seems like everybody's got an opinion about stuff. Kind of, and I said ugh before, but is definitely the word. Like, I love that. And I feel like is a universal expression of aggravation or frustration. I really enjoyed that song a lot. And also, I know that we have a live video coming up for this one. I'm excited to see how they get that high pitch part in the chorus in there, because it's so, like, that's definitely hitting an aggressive falsetto in that one part. And I was trying to do that. I can't do that. I enjoy that part. It just seems like that's going to be a really hype, fun song to watch the crowd interact with the band, to watch the band just kind of go off on stage. And then on top of that, I want to hear that note and see how they all pull it off. Let's freaking get into this next one. This is actually DK. I really like his stuff. This is his explanation of the song. I always like to get DK's explanation. I don't know if it's David or the other guy. I'm not sure the other dude's name yet, but I like their explanation because, first of all, they have a really cultural understanding of the songs and the lyrics and what they mean to them in a Korean culture. And that's like a barrier that I don't have. No matter how much I can learn about their culture, I don't live it. I haven't ever lived it. I haven't ever experienced it. So I don't really know it firsthand like they do. I really appreciate learning from them. So either way, DK's explanation, let's freaking go.
So here we have another clever song from the BTS rap line spitting out fire,
Yes.
just like Dang. But if you thought this song was to diss haters and crush them, well, I would say that is maybe like 50% right.
Oh, there you
It's
go.
actually deeper than that. So let's dive into the real meaning of the song. So Suga starts out with saying that the haters are starting to get triggered again, and they get triggered so fast that even before the actual fuel is poured, they ignite and burn themselves. It means that haters overreact and blow things out of proportion with the
Yes.
smallest details. And in that process, they don't know that they're actually hurting themselves with all the negativity. Now he's being sarcastic and calling the haters a pro, a player that enters the ring with a trivial little flaw and keeps on biting on that and doesn't let go, making a big fuss out of it. So 동네북 is literally translated into neighborhood drum. This is a Korean
there you go.
expression that means a
Nice.
drum that anybody can hit on, basically meaning an easy target or person to shit on. Dung 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 is how Koreans pronounce the sound of a drum.
Okay.
The haters keep on poking with no reason, like a boxing player that keeps on jabbing. And if Suga keeps on ignoring them, they start to stab him. This expression 담궈버리다 is actually a very hardcore slang used by Korean gangs when they stab people with knives.
Jesus.
The original word 담그다 would mean to put an object into a liquid, usually used in terms of kimchi or salted seafood called 젓갈. The common
Wow.
thing among these foods is that they are all red, liquidy, and they go inside jars afterwards
Jeez.
for fermentation. So you can see why gangs
Wow.
use this word in that kind of way.
Wow.
And 후 is a word that expresses the action of stabbing into something very deep and powerfully.
그 늙은 꼰대 새끼들 잘
Jeez.
만에 하나라도
See, they have words that describe things so much better than the American English allows me to. Like, those, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of very beautiful American words out there that I could use, but like, the fact that there's so much character in just that one term, it's awesome. That's one big thing that I love about their lyrics. Like I've talked about a few times, I dive into lyrics a lot. I read into things to try to look up stuff that I don't know. So that's why I love these DK explanations, is because like he's doing all the research for me. He's just telling it to me and I get to absorb it. So it's cool. I like this.
뽀ром하게 굴거나 수틀리게 나오면 나가가지고 창을 내 가지고 젓갈을 담궈버리려니까 말입니다, 형님.
넌 어째 나이를 처먹고도 여전히 무지막지하니? 험한 새끼. 젓갈이 뭐냐 젓갈이. 아, 나 유한 새끼.
Now notice that the mimetic words 둥둥둥, 툭툭, and 푹푹 all rhyme with uk and each other, and they all escalate by each line from hitting a drum to jabbing and stabbing. So haters start off trying to tease and make fun of Suga, but when he doesn't respond, they start jabbing and stabbing him. The truth becomes a lie becomes the truth. It's funny to see everyone suddenly becoming a morally perfect and flawless human being.
That is so
I know
true.
a little bit about this too, and it seems like the typical characteristics of many online communities and platforms with people that have nothing better to do in real life than spread hate towards others. Get a life, guys.
Ah, so true.
RM states that rage is an actual emotion that is sometimes needed. He says that people have the right to get mad at certain things, and that might be our history. The word history can be used in general terms, as in a nation or the world's history, or in terms of BTS themselves, like how their success and legacy was motivated and accomplished through anger. But overall, RM acknowledges the fact that rage can likely change the world. Now, Korea is a nation full of rage against many surrounding countries that invaded and colonized our land. Also, don't forget the most recent incident of rage impeached our former president as well.
Oh my god. God, I love those lines.
That heads towards him is not 분노, rage, but 분뇨, human waste, PP and poo-poo. He says that haters are actually killing anger with their fake anger.
I love
and numerous
that.
people are tired of that. This means that the useless negative energy or anger about stupid things haters throw around in the world is actually devaluating the power and impact of the word anger.
To touch on that really quick, I feel like once exactly what RM did right there with people that are just hating on you or with haters in general, once you defuse it like that, once you recognize it for what it is, I feel like it just makes them seem exactly like they are. Like that's how I would feel about that person once you're able to just see through their hate for what it is. It's just them trying to like project their own hate towards you.
RM keeps
Can't
on
wait to see
going
the
by
song
saying
live.
that your anger is not just killing us. We're used to that shit anyways. But the real problem is that people are getting insensitive about the
Used to
emotion
stepping on
anger
shit.
itself, since it's so normalized and thrown towards them and in every direction. He keeps on going by saying that human waste and indifference is a team, which is what the haters are and deserve.
Dang.
Then the rap line goes, Ugh. Ugh is a Korean term that describes the state of blood suddenly rushing to your head in a second right after you see something infuriating. It's usually used towards people who don't know how to keep their temper and are hot-headed. BTS cleverly translated Ugh into Ugh, very similar to how it sounds in English. And also gives that feeling of a sudden disgust or...
Is it weird that he just called it Ugh? That's what I called it at the starting of the video, but I would pronounce it That's how I would pronounce it. Weird.
frustration. Then why does the rap line suddenly feel angry? Because of the haters? Well, not exactly. They're actually mad because of the anger that contains malice. At this point, they don't care about what haters shit on them anymore. They're angry about the fact that this pure emotion called anger is being used in such a malicious way to hurt them or others, which result in nothing else but harm. It doesn't change the world or history, and that's why they bring up the word 분뇨, human waste, because anger is becoming wasted.
Ah, dang. That's so deep.
Then J-Hope goes on and says that he's angry about the anger that got extinguished. In accordance with the previous lyrics, this means that J-Hope is angry that at some situations when anger was truly needed for like a protest or a good cause or whatever, it died out and didn't meet its final goal. Because the anger is being diffused towards random subjects like BTS themselves or, for example, DKDK TV. They don't care.
I feel what they're saying so freaking much. And it, like, I'm sorry to even go off on this, but sometimes even cancel culture has led to exactly what he's saying right there. Their last president, and I have no clue about the politics of it. I don't know any of that situation. This is the first time I'm hearing that this has happened. But their country got so fed up with how their government was treating it that they overcame their government and dethroned their president. Now there's a new president. Like, did y'all see how many people were in the streets? There are real issues out there that should incite anger, like should cause that emotion in you. But a lot of people waste that anger and get that same level, or at least project that same level of outrage on meaningless things. Not necessarily saying that things like BTS or any of that stuff is meaningless. I'm saying that they get to that level without merit. They don't need to. Like, I completely see what he's saying here, and I see that happening a lot in our own world, and I wish that people would like take note of what they're saying here. But I love that this song turned out to be more than what I thought it was. Seems like a reoccurring theme for a lot of BTS songs for me.
And we don't care either. But if that energy were to be gathered and used for a meaningful cause, the anger could actually make an improvement in the world. So
That's so
basically,
true.
stop shitting on Twitter and throwing your anger at random people and make that anger useful and make yourself useful.
Yes, I freaking love that.
In general, they go on promoting anger. They say be angry about things that are not just in this society. However, to the haters, this line has a sarcastic double meaning. It's basically saying, yeah, go off as much as you can until you become ashes and break yourself. Whatever, I don't give a J-Hope continues to
Leave
say
it to
that he
J-Hope.
understands that anger is a powerful emotion that moves and rules the world. But then he says that some people these days just can't live without being angry. They're just too angry at every single little thing, and they go crazy with it. They're like, ooh, 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 ooh. Once again, he points out that there are thousands of reasons to get angry about. Either if it's for good or bad, it is anger. He says that unleashing your anger is okay, but he doesn't like the anger that harms other people's lives. So he urges haters to stop that.
I love that.
So someone's actions can hurt someone, and someone's
those
words
last
can make
lines.
someone lose hope, and someone's blink of an eye can become a moment for someone. Someone's anger can cost even the life of someone. Suga spits out of disgust. Although these lines are
Dang.
universal and it applies to all of us, here in particular in this song, because they went to the extent of mentioning a life, personally, I think they had in mind of the tragic incidents that happened in K-pop last year. Stupid and useless actions, words, mockery, and anger were wasted on such meaningless things about idols and celebrities, that some of these celebrities were forced to make a very unfortunate decision. If you think this is a stretch, then you should listen to the next verse. This part is an impersonation of haters and netizens. These jobless people keep on saying stuff such as, what's the big deal about getting some insults? You guys deserve it because you guys make a whole lot of money anyways. So stop complaining, it's a toll for being famous, so just suck it up. This is the common logic that many netizens would say whenever a celebrity brought up how they are suffering from or are planning to sue hate comments. Try me. Just let me be in your place. Let me be an idol, and I'd be able to deal with all of that, is what the haters keep on saying. Justifying the hate comments and undermining the pain celebrities have just because they profit out of publicity. Then the haters say the word ahem. Now this sound or word is used in English as well, simply to clear out your throat or show that you're present or give an invisible message to somebody who's dumb, who's not able to read the atmosphere, or to nullify the awkwardness after saying
Gotta add the face too.
And on, like something like that. Anyways, as you see a lot of ahems in this part, I would say that all the usages and contexts would actually fit in. However, just to add one extra point of view as a Korean, the sound ahem was mostly used by 양반 or gondes in Korea. So 양반 is a privileged noble class during the Goryeo Joseon dynasty that knew how to read Chinese and study Confucianism and were superior in class to all the other classes such as mechanics, merchants, farmers, and slaves. These 양반s would use the word in diverse situations like when they needed their servants or when they would scold them or try to show off their nobleness.
우린 과거를 보러
Dude. So I had a teacher, her name was Miss Gordon. She was in high school. I never actually had one of her classes, but she hated me. And if I was standing, like she would walk in a straight line. We had like little square tiles in our floor on our high school hallways, and she would walk on one tile row. And if you were in front of her, she would go, and then I just ignore it, like I didn't hear somebody behind me, because I'd be like right up against my locker, and it just so happened to sometimes line up with which square she chose that day, and she just sit there behind me and go, and then my friends would be like, John, Miss Gordon's behind you. I'd be like, just act like she's not there, dude. Just act like she's not there, because she was bullying me. I'm literally just standing here getting my books out of my locker, about to leave, and she's just sitting there doing that. So I could totally see where like these people, like the freaking, I don't know, the better offs, I guess, the more well-to-do people were using that ahem in a very demeaning way. And Miss Gordon, if you're watching this, that was a turd move, lady.
쓸데없이 방차지하고 있는 상급들 밀쳐내고
Speaking of classrooms,
마련해놓게
보시다시피 양반님네 성화가 보통이 아니요.
먼저 숙박한 사람을 내줬다니 이게 무슨 경우야? 그리 못하오. 아니 저놈이 지금 뭐라고 짓거리는 게야? 가만 좀 있어 보시게.
양반님 저리 순하게 나오시는데
Miss Gordon.
쓰셔야겠소.
그래요.
제대로 된 과거도 아니고 그까지 잡고 하나 보는데 뭘 그리 볼 게 많은가?
사람 목숨 다룬 일이 그리 만만한 줄 아십니까?
그래봤자 의원 나부랭이가 아니냐? 너희들 하는 일을 의학이 아니라 의술이라고 부르는 이유를 모르겠더냐?
Also, gonde basically means a boomer in the workspace or someone older than you that tries to force their way without any logic or reasonable reason just by the fact that they're born earlier than you. These gondes casually use ahem to give nunchi, which is a Korean thing that basically means figure out what I mean or what I want without me having to say it with my own mouth. The magic word would be ahem, and everybody would have to shut up and comply. So the word ahem has a complex usage and nuance in it, but basically it would be best if you understood it as these internet keyboard warriors who think they are morally perfect, better than you, sitting on their high horses, trying to shush you and give you nunchi and saying, suck it up. So yeah, you could replace the ahems with the words like, suck it up, get over with it, or shut up. While BTS is receiving all these ahems, if you listen carefully to the tone they're rapping with, you can feel a sense of sarcasm, which means at one point, BTS is saying the same thing, ahem, vice versa to the haters as well. In conclusion, this song is mainly about BTS's anger against how people these days waste their precious anger, emotions, time, and energy in stupid things like mocking celebrities, BTS, and internet figures, and on, which sometimes lead to tragic incidents, when this anger could actually be used in a revolutionary way to bring change in history or positivity. Therefore, Ugh is not a direct diss song about the haters because it seems like BTS has elevated to a level where they don't even care anymore about human trash. It's bigger than the haters. It's a declaration about the emotion anger itself and a lament on the modern day social contextual usage or waste of anger.
Boom. Alright guys, so we are going to get into the live performance now. I am so excited. Knowing what the song means a little bit better now, like I am freaking stoked for this song. Let's do this. Let's do this. I don't know exactly when this song came out, so I don't know what to expect as far as like the concert, the crowd, and all that stuff. I'm coming into this no expectations, but I'm really, really excited about it, and I cannot wait to see how they pull off some of these things live. That looks freaking cool. I was about to say, it looks kind of like a boxing ring, kind of. You can hear his voice so freaking well. This is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. Sorry.
반응이 없어 캡 닮아버린 J-pop 진실도 거칠대 거칠도 진실인데 이곳에서 모두가 도둑 사고 판단이 완벽한 사람이 돼 누구시로 루피로 하시 차오른 제2야시
This is so freaking cool.
세상을 바꾸기로 하사 버리고 분노 아니 분노 뭐가 분노인지 you know 분노 인식하면 죽여 진짜 분노 질러버릴 수도 없어 바로 빙봉 넌 나만 죽이는 게 아니야 동방이 계속해 우리야 무감각해진 저 사람들 봐 분노 무과신 너네 침이야 Let's go 나는 okay
I like how they're each coming out individually as their part comes up, and then like they're rapping with each other and kind of like against each other in collaboration with each other. Sounds freaking clean. I can't wait for J-Hope to come out. That was clean. 나는 꺼져야만 했던 분노에 분노해 나는 꺼져야만 했던 그 분노에 분노해 그래 I love this performance. Yeah, J-Hope coming up. Really quick before J-Hope starts his part, that Suga doing those high notes, I don't think RM did them in here, but Suga, it seems like he's the one doing it. And it sounds effortless for him. It doesn't seem like it's forced or anything like that, and that's really cool. Really a lot of control in his voice. Yeah! He doesn't even have the gloves on. He's like, whatever. Yes, dude. So clean. That was dirty, dude. Go back. Let's go back. But that was the most metal BTS moment right here. Oh my god, that is so metal. J-Hope, Suga, RM White. Right here. Right there, damn. It's so good, dude. Oh, damn. Dude, that was freaking awesome. That was freaking amazing. As far as performances go, that has to be one of my... I'm going to have to come up with like another list. I can't say that it's like my favorite because there's so many good ones. I'm going to have my most metal performances. That I could give it for sure. For sure, Ugh, that in particular one was the most metal BTS performance. If you want one that you could say like one of your friends is like a metalhead, stamp this approval on it. John gives it a 5 out of 5. Freaking most metal freaking BTS performance of all time. Your friends are into rap, play them this song. Your friends like metal, play them this song. Play them the live show. It is freaking awesome. J-Hope, whenever he comes out and adds a little extra grunge to it, oh, it's so good. And then Suga and J-Hope both hitting those high notes, like going in and out of those highs. So clean. And watch how aggressive RM is in it. He puts hands on people. It's freaking awesome. Like that entire live performance. That was probably the most physically aggressive performance I've seen from them. And I really liked that one a lot. That one resonated with me, guys. Two, just talking about that, I love the message of that song as well, too. It's gone beyond just them clapping back at haters. And I really genuinely like the approach that they're taking in this. And maybe that's the reason they're not calling this Cypher 5. And they're just calling it instead. Because I feel like on Cypher 4, they ended it really well. Like they pretty much ended the message to the haters really well. Just by saying, look, I know myself. I love myself. And that's pretty much how they ended Cypher 4. And I really appreciate that entire message that they wrote in that. And then this just seems kind of like the haters obviously continued spilling their hate, and it just is to the point now where they're more mad at them for wasting that energy and that effort on such a dumb thing. Freaking awesome song. Everybody has suggested this one to me, and I appreciate y'all doing that because it's such a beautiful song. In my opinion, I humbly love that one. You freaking did it again, BTS. You did it again. But seriously, be kind to one another, spread some positivity, and if anybody needs anything at all, please reach out to me. My name's on everything or at John Reeves Live, and I will freaking catch y'all then. Toodles!